this problem, we're told that lines L and M are parallel and that they are crossed by transversal T. So the fact that they're parallel is key because that means that we can use some angle relationships that we know to be true for parallel lines. So namely, we have this angle and this angle here, which are alternate exterior angles. And we know that anytime you have parallel lines, then alternate exterior angles are always congruent or equal. So that would be our first equation that we would set up, which is 16x plus 12 equals, and that's coming from here, equals 10x plus 60. Again, because we know that these two angles are equal, then we know that this stuff that it's telling us about each angle must also be equal. So you have one angle on one side of your equal sign, the other on the other side. That is an equation we could set up to solve for x. But that's not the only equation we could set up because we also notice down here, these two angles form a line. This guy here combined with this line here make this straight line. And we know that straight lines are 180 degrees. So in this situation, our angles add up to 180. They don't add equal 180 on their own. They're not necessarily equal to each other. In fact, this guy looks obtuse. This guy is acute. They're definitely not equal to each other, but together combined, they make 180. So here they're supplementary. I'll just abbreviate sup. And that's where you have this guy, 4x plus 8, plus this guy, 10x plus 60, equals 180, where those two angles together added up equal a total of 180 on the other side of that equal sign. So there's two angle relationships that we can see just right off the bat, but there's a third equation that we could set up that uses these two angles right here, and that's basically by substitution. So the idea here is that if this angle in orange can add up to this angle in green, if these two add up to 180, and this angle in green here is equal to this angle in green over here, well, if orange plus green adds up to 180 and this green are equal, then this orange and this green could also add up to equal 180. So just like we had this equation here, we can basically substitute out the 10x plus 60 that we see here down below in this in green, that's this guy, with this guy up here, 16x plus 12, and our equation will basically be the same because these two angles are essentially equal. So that's our third equation that we could set up to solve for x. Now, solving any one of these equations, you really just want to combine your like terms and follow your algebra steps to get x by itself.